Catches it's at 7 a.m. So if you're an early riser, then go ahead. I think the reservations are open to anybody who's interested in coming and helping celebrate all of these different people. There'll be a number of other people in different roles throughout, life-saving, law enforcement, Coast Guard, other heroes that are being celebrated for different actions throughout the year. This one, it's Environmental Hero Award, is a part of a greater constellation of awards that are being given that day. So I think it's March 30th is the actual day, but go online and you can find out more.
Well, be sure and send along our congratulations.
Yeah, it's well deserved. Yeah, we're lucky to have such a dedicated leader.
Now, this Saturday, you have one of your more popular events, the Owl Show.
The Live Owl program, coming back. Even if you've seen it before, there's always something new that pops up. You never know what's going to happen. I think last year we were lucky enough to have an owl pellet be coughed up. That's, of course, the indigestible parts of whatever the owl's eaten the night before, usually mice, fur and bones. And it's a unique digestive adaptation. But above and beyond that, at the risk of sounding serious, these raptors, these birds of prey, are fascinating. We're going to have Marsha Wilson seen there with her great horned owl. All these owls have permanent disabilities. They can't be released back into the wild. But the Wilsons, Marsha and Mark, her husband, a very well-known retired photographer with the Boston Globe, will be presenting these owls in these unique educational programs. They have state and federal permits to do so. You get to see these owls up close. You see the yellow iris, that golden yellow iris that you see on your screen, and the ear tufts, and just that close-up view. Look at that. What an element of focus there in that image, isn't it? So, and you don't really see these owls. They're nocturnal, right? The great horned owl is a local species. Saw-whet owl and the little larger screech owl are local species, but most of them don't hear them, let alone see them. And there's a good shot of both the eastern screech owl with the ear tufts on the left and the northern saw-whet owl, a little smaller on the right. And they're little. That saw-whet owl you see, the close-up there, is not much bigger than a can of soda. And they'll live in some of the habitats that the Harwich Conservation Trust preserves. So it's a chance to see the owls up close. Yes, it is a fundraiser. We've kept the rates the same for the past several years. It's $10 for ages 12 to adult, $5 for ages 5 to 11. Not really recommended for under age 5. People can pay at the door. Come on down right here at the Community Center gym. And all funds help us with our land-saving work. And again, you're going to see the saw-whet, the screech, the great horned owl. You're going to see the largest owl species in the world called the Eurasian eagle owl. Wow. You're going to see snowy owl, which is really a denizen of the Arctic. Yes, they'll come down to Logan, and since it's sort of an Arctic-like, tundra-like habitat in a way, at least parts of it, without the jetliners coming through. And then some of them will show up on barrier beaches of the Cape. Some of them have been spotted this winter. Well, you're going to see a snowy owl up close, sort of this bone-white plumage, and quite a robust bird. Also, they're going to have the spectacled owl, which is a really interesting owl from South America. Mm. And I think at the end of this program, you're going to see a little video clip as a little preview of what to expect. There will even be hooting lessons. So people can try out their hooting abilities. And sometimes the owls hoot back, believe it or not.
I know there was the national news about the snow owls coming further south than ever before. Is that
that's part of the sightings that I mentioned on some Cape Cod barrier beaches. Yeah, they've been showing up a little more this year than in years past. And again, that's the snowy. And the Wilsons usually bring the snowy out, after they bring the great horned and the saw-whet and the screech. Snowy's a little more energetic. I mean, it sort of bursts out of the roosting box then settles down. But they are all tethered. They have thick leather gloves. They're very skilled and very sensitive to the bird's needs. But yeah, Saturday, March 3rd, 3 programs, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m. We hope to see everybody there.
Very good. Recommended. And I've been before myself, and it's very entertaining. Do we have time? You want to go through any walks that are coming up in March?
We have some great walks coming up. They're listed on our website, harwichconservationtrust.org. Really an emphasis this spring on some botanical walks led by environmental feature reporter Rich Eldred, who also happens to be a botanist. He'll be leading a number of walks, including at the Bank Street Boggs Nature Preserve. I believe he'll also be leading one at, he just recently led one at Bell's Neck. And he might be leading one at Coysbrook Woodlands as well. He's going to be leading some in March, some in May. We'll be adding walks as we move into spring. But again, very popular. One thing I will mention, actually, if we have a little bit of time, is Saturday, March 10th, 2 p.m. here in the Community Center, will be our 3rd annual Meet Your Local Farmers event.
Oh.
Yeah, very popular. Farmers from across the Cape, people get to put a face to the local farmers and get to understand what the farmers do, where the farms are. Why do we collaborate with the Cape and Islands Farm Bureau on this event? Because we see some common ground, some common ground in being sensitive stewards of our water and land resources. And we also help landowners, including farmers, preserve their lands when they're interested in doing so. There's certain tax advantages to preserving their lands, and often, if you use the right tool, the farmer can continue farming while preserving some other sensitive areas of the land. They can retain their land with a conservation restriction, pass it on, sell it, kind of flexible. So, we provide that service as well. But again, March 10th, 2 p.m., meet your local farmers. It's also on our website.
Very good. Well, once again, very informative and interesting session with you.
Sure.
And so
Thanks,
congratulations to Mr. Smith and
Yes.
Harwich Conservation Trust once again. And best of luck.
Thank you, Paul.